Have you ever stopped and focused on how seasons change and how they honestly reflect life itself? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cut To JayTee. Fall is here. I am so excited. I can feel it. I can smell it. I love it. Put it in my veins. But I have been thinking a lot about how seasons change mirrors life within itself. Before we delve into this video, if you guys haven't already, please be sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and ding that notification bell to get notified once I post new content. Remember, Cut To JayTee drops on Mondays and the Hear Me Out podcast drops on Thursdays. We're going to break it into 3 parts. Part 1 is letting go. The older I have gotten, the more I have realized that fall is the perfect representation of one word, and that one word is release. And when I say release, that means releasing yourself from bad habits, from bad friendships, relationships, maybe that job. Maybe it's time to go out, and try to, grab something new. Even just purging old clothes, movies, anything that's cluttered that once you was keeping around just for comfort and for stagnance. Releasing it, letting it go, bringing in something new. And honestly, if I would have had it my way, I personally would have moved into fall time. I was trying to push it to fall to the best way I could, because when I think about fall, I always think about, like fresh new beginnings. I know everyone has their favorite season, but fall is definitely mine. I mean, like, the weather is perfect. You can get away with wearing short sleeves, long sleeves, jacket, no jacket, shorts, jeans, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, and to me, I don't know, it's something that fall does to my heart that fulfills it so much that I love. And I think I will forever love this feeling. Like, I'm a fall baby. My birthday is in October. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fall is definitely the season of release. It's time, it's like, to me, it embodies personal growth. It allows you to confront things that you usually wouldn't confront, feelings that you normally wouldn't confront, because you're out in the, in the summertime, you're outside, you're distracted by so many things, carnivals, fairs, outdoor activities, hiking, so many things. Whereas the fall time, people tend to come back into the house. They tend to be a hermit in the house. And I feel like that's where the confusion of seasonal depression comes in at, because a lot of times I don't really think it's seasonal depression. More so, it's a time where you honestly have to, it's a raw feeling where you honestly have to just sit and confront the emotions that you have been running from, or, postponing and putting on the back burner. Part 2, transition isn't always comfortable. I remember when I moved from my old apartment to my new place, I was so excited. I was so ready to just take on this new journey, because my first apartment was my first apartment. I always say my first apartment is what grew me up. But it was something that was within that change that was it was very fulfilling for me. And it was something that I did not realize I needed. I decided to move so last minute, not necessarily last minute, like, scrounging around, but it was like a abrupt decision, and once I threw myself into it, I was hyper focused on that. And alongside planning that is when I started realizing, like, wow, like, this could honestly be a new beginning for me. I was in an old relationship in my old apartment. I had some friends that we are no longer, as cool or close anymore. But, I made so many memories in that house that I will forever hold near and dear to me. But also, too, a lot of times I couldn't really accept new things coming into my life when I was still sitting in a home that held so many memories that honestly, it was time to just let go. And I feel like it's the same thing with my podcast as well, too. Like, we started off so rough, not knowing what we were doing and everything. And like, we went against the grid, you know what I'm saying? Like, we bought new material. We got a better camera. well, we actually went visual, you know what I'm saying? So to start that podcast journey and seeing how even that looks now is still amazing for me. And honestly, still, even though I've lost the weight, I'm still trying to keep up with my weight loss journey, trying to make sure I stay healthy, trying to maintain like a good eating pattern, you know, things of that nature. So it's all about balance, and, you know, it's a good change. One of the best quotes I think I've ever heard was from one of my mentors, and she told me that a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing would never come nor go there. And ever since I heard that, I never wanted to be stagnant in my life. I always said that still people aren't bad people, still things aren't bad things, but however though, still does not mean growth. Still sometimes withholds you from growth. Honestly, sometimes growth is just meeting you again, meeting yourself again, delving deep and finding all the parts of you that makes you honestly and authentically you. Part 3, and it is definitely my most favorite, I think. And that is finding the warmth in the new. Oh my God. Something about when you finally make that move, when you finally go after that job, when you finally go after that role, or you finally drop those bad habits, or you're finally putting yourself back in school, doing things that you have been procrastinating and putting off. Something about making that change, putting yourself in that predicament, putting yourself in that life altering decision in the most positive way, and saying to yourself, I actually took this chance. One saying that I've always said since I moved to Atlanta, Georgia from Mississippi is that moments happen everywhere. You don't understand that you withhold everything you need to change the trajectory of how you want your life to look. You possess everything you need to push yourself to the next level. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. Be a leader, use your strength, chase your goals. Don't look back. You are destined for greatness. I know that time gets hard. I've had those same exact tears in my eyes. You're going to feel like giving up, but don't give up. You can be anything you want to be, go any way you want to go, do anything you want to do. All you have to do is believe and just accept and embrace the warmth in the new. That's the season I'm in now. And it's so funny that by me doing this video in this exact moment, it's almost just like I've answered my own question from my last video on how I'm being sad and happy all at the same time. I don't necessarily think it's me being sad. I think it's just honestly the uncomfortableness in finding warmth in the new. I've learned to stop fighting the season that I'm in and just start finding all the joy that's in it. So yeah, these were my 3 steps in how to maneuver through this new season of autumn and just a season of life that we are all in. If you are going through a season of change in your life right now, please do me and definitely yourself a favor. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself. Hug on yourself. Every day you wake up, look in that mirror, give yourself some words of affirmation. Tell yourself that you look good today. Find that one thing on you that boosts your confidence. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. So yeah, guys, that was my video on seasonal growth and how it mirrors real life. If you like what you saw today, please make sure you guys drop down. Make sure you subscribe, ding that notification bell to get notified once I post new content. You know the drill. Cut to JayTee drops on Mondays, and the Hear Me Out podcast drops on Thursdays. But before I get out of here, I want to leave you with something. Growth will not always look, feel, and seem like progress. Sometimes it just feels like letting go. The seasons will quite literally always change, but who you become through them, that's up to you. So until next video, I'm out.